See. Yeah. Try. Testing. 1, 2. Yep. Okay. All right, everybody. Good afternoon. Good evening, I should say, from Mount Pleasant. It is 8:01 on this Thursday evening. And we got some thunderstorms rolling in across most of Lower Peninsula, Michigan. This is a live look to the west from Mount Pleasant. I'm not out that or not. I'm not out driving tonight. Pardon me. But I am going to be tracking it from inside. You kind of see off to the right side of the screen. You can see some of the distant showers and thunderstorm activity. Relatively high cloud bases. Actually, there's a nice lightning strike caught there on stream just now. And we'll flip it over to the radar real quick just to give you an idea of what's going on out there. And we'll track some of these storms. So pause it first of all. A lot more showers and thunderstorms popping up as the night is moving on here, thanks to uh, some shear in the area, a little bit of instability that made its way up with a warm front. And that warm front you can kind of see right along a line from Saginaw over to looks about like Ludington-ish. But here in Mount Pleasant, we're sitting at 57. So our warm front is just south of us. It kind of sucks because it's a 10-degree difference down in Elm. It actually feels like summer down there. But today it's been kind of cool. Nice wind from the east, which is a change of pace. But other than that, we got some showers moving into the area. We got a line from Barryton down to Edmore, down to Howard City, and that's kind of some of the prefrontal stuff. A couple showers and maybe some rumbles of thunder popping up in Iona County right now, near the Carson City area. We got just some isolated showers down here in Jackson, near Parma. Those are continuing to move to the northeast as well. Everything, all the storm motions on these tonight will be pretty much off to the north and east. Other than that, got some showers and thunderstorms popping up in Allegan and Wayland as well down in Portage. And let me just check to see how fast these storms are moving real quick. For some reason, it's not giving it to me. Looks like they're moving off to the northeast at 40 knots. So storms in the lake are moving northeast at 55 knots, so that's pretty fast. We have a line of storms, stronger storms that came in off the lake here up near Coopersville and Sparta. And those are continuing to move fairly quickly off to the northeast again. Can't say in Sparta in about 5 minutes you might be getting some very heavy rain, a little bit of maybe some penny-sized hail in here. Nothing too severe yet, but something you'll want to watch. Uh, that's something. So it looks like we got a little bit of broad rotation here near Sparta right now. But this is most likely going to end up being just strong gusty winds because I don't think anything is going to tighten up together, as this is kind of out in front of the storm, it looks like, if you compare it to the left side of the screen where the rain's at. Uh, any other given day, this would look like a, kidney bean shape where possible to produce tornadoes, but thermodynamics are just not there today. Tornadoes are not likely. Only thing that we have to watch out for with the elevated shear in the area is our damaging winds, which it looks like the storm is trying to produce coming into Sparta here, just north of Grand Rapids. And then, of course, we have the main show off the lake if it can survive, which it looks like it is right now. This is moving to the northeast again at 55 knots. Um, they are actually saying large hail is possible in these lines of storms as well. So we'll have to keep an eye out for any warnings as they come in. But yeah, another full look outside here. Mount Pleasant, currently 55 degrees. Clouds are starting to roll in now. High based clouds. Looks like our ceilings did not get down today, which is again another component you need to go into severe weather is lower cloud ceilings, cloud bases, I should say, and we just do not have those. So a very overall marginal day today. And I will pull up our just taking a look at our LCL height right now, and it appears to be 1,500 meters. Yeah. Yep, 1,500 meters off ground. So fairly high, and you really want your cloud ceilings to be below 1,000 if you want severe weather. Again, you can still have some gusts mix in, but you're not going to be expecting any tornadoes out of this weather, which is a shame, you could say, from a meteorological standpoint, because today in Michigan, with all the shear profiles and the photographs, they are very supportive of tornadoes. It's just that we do not have all the ingredients there to make tornadoes. So, and that seems to be kind of the theme lately here in Michigan, where you have um, we kind of have what was I gonna say? Yeah, so I was trying to I lost my train of thought, but it seems like the common theme right now in Michigan is, we get all these severe weather days so far this year, and none of them live up to the hype because, you don't have one ingredient or the other ingredient, and we're seeing that again today, where, you have all the shears there, but you don't have um, lift, instability, or moisture for that matter. You do have a little bit of moisture now mixing in from the south with the mid 50 dews, but again, those aren't going to supply much moisture. You need to have dews that are, closer to 60 degrees. And again, those are just not there. I mean, down here in Indiana, um, looks like the dews are starting to drop into the low 40s, which is not good. But we do have a little bit of moisture, kind of like a moisture pool sticking around in West Michigan. So that might fuel a couple higher wind gusts. And I'm going to flip over to the live. I just realized I had it on full screen. Um, there we go. We'll double pane it here for a second. Just realized I will try and respond to some of the comments on Facebook. So if you want to send some my way, I will respond to those. Adrian Toledo area, your risk tonight is very minuscule. Um, the risk would be after dark, if anything, but I do not believe there was enough. Wow, that's really shocking. I'm just looking at the surface map right now over in Toledo, and you have a very, very sharp gradient, likely marine marine influence. You have 83 over here near Holland, Ohio, and then just up the road in Lambertville, you have 59 degrees. That's that's an insane gradient, temperature gradient right there. Difference of that's like 25 degrees. That's insane. But yeah, no, the risk for the Adrian and Toledo area is pretty minuscule for tonight. You won't have to worry about any severe storms heading your way. Maybe a rumble of thunder after dark, but you guys should be in the clear. This risk tonight is mainly for West Michigan, Central Michigan area. Yeah, Nicole, it's getting pretty dark here from my apartment. Over here in the southeast side of town. It's good to have a fellow Mount Pleasant member here. I'm gonna have to mute my I have to mute the Facebook Live. I don't know why I had that playing in the first place, but you have an endless loop of my voice speaking. It looks like the hail risk is trying to ramp up here. We have 66 decibels uh, for the base reflectivity, which that could be producing maybe you can see starting to see like some 1 inch hail here. Let me flip it over to our VIL product, and there is definitely some heightened colors there for some small hail. Vertically integrated liquid showing where exactly the hail cores would be. And you have a small one right now, just between Kent City and Sparta. So I would watch out if you're in the if you're driving up 131 or down 131 here in the next couple minutes. I would try to take it slow. Make sure you have your lights on when you're driving. And of course, do not park under an overpass. We saw that in Oklahoma yesterday and it is just very dangerous. So do not do that. If you need to pull over um, off the road in a business first, for example. So, get off the highway is your first step. And then going to find like a business. Um, Gas station would probably be the best option, I would say. Yeah, so Saginaw, I would definitely watch out a little bit later. Again, that damaging wind risk could come your way, or I should say small hail, damaging wind risk at this point. Again, these storms are going to be fairly sub-severe, and we may have an isolated severe thunderstorm warning pop up once, maybe when this line of storms comes on shore for sure. I wouldn't be watching this. And we do have some lightning starting to pop up now here in Newaygo County. And we'll flip it back over to our base velocity product to see the winds. Yeah, these did not mix well together. Go back a few scans and rocket. Looks like it's just outflow from the storm. There is some heavier winds out over the lake, but again, the beam is so high up, it's hard to tell if these are mixing to the ground. And, with it's 30 miles from shore, so you don't have any ground truth here. They did definitely put out the special marine warning just in case that is mixing to the surface. I don't believe it is right now, but it's something to watch as this brighter colors do move closer to the shore. This is going to head up right towards Muskegon, North Muskegon here in the next 20 minutes. Someone on Facebook did ask if the storms will weaken over the lake. They may maintain their strength, but as they get onshore, they will um, start to diminish fairly quickly because you do not have any instability from today. I mean, it was just surprising because you had temperatures in the 70s all day. But on top of the lack of instability, you also had a cap, which is keeping most of these storms from spiraling out of control, amongst other things. Your moisture, like I was mentioning earlier, moisture is just not there. But we have enough to develop some thunderstorms, sub-severe. So I'm gonna flip it back over to my full screen here as we have our first line of storm starting moving to Mount Pleasant. Yeah, no problem, Michael. Glad to be of some help. Yeah, but these clouds are looking very grungy, very non-severe looking, kind of stratus-like even. I'm sure above all the grayness, there's, some cumulonimbus little clouds because it's unstable or unstable a little bit. So you won't have it all being, not too bad. But just as a reminder, we are also live on Facebook, so you can catch my stream over there on Facebook. It'll also be some of our other guys are also out right now. We have Alex who's out at Lake Michigan watching the line of storms come on shore. So make sure to go check them out over on Facebook. And believe our other co-hosts Ryan and Chandler and I think all our team members are live right now. So if you go over to Facebook right now, Michigan Storm Chasers Facebook, you will see um, kind of like a combined stream from all of them. And my feed may come in every once in a while, but this is being, of course, broadcasted live on YouTube as well. So you can come in and tune into the stream anytime. Again, we are live from Mount Pleasant, so we don't have anything active yet. But yes, you can also show your support over on Facebook. Um, feel free to send some stars our way. Um, we do appreciate it. All proceeds that go back to helping communities around Michigan, and it helps us bring more content to you guys. We are here to keep you guys informed, and that is what we will do tonight, no matter the risk. So you can also find us on our other social medias at MI Storm Chasers on Twitter and MI Storm Chasers on Instagram as well. And our website is also linked above or on the screen right now at www.michiganstormchasers.com. And our Patreon for more exclusive content, podcasts, and forecasts is www.patreon.com/Michigan Storm Chasers. But yeah, right now we have one storm of, I wouldn't say concern, but of highlight over here in northern Kent County, just north of Grand Rapids, producing quite a bit of lightning. And this lightning is starting to extend to the north, up towards Howard City, Big Rapids area, and over here, over towards Mount Pleasant, our area. If you were watching at the start of the stream, and if not, you can go back and watch the start of the stream. But we had a lightning strike within the first minute off to our northwest. My camera is facing off to the north, or to the west, I should say, straight west, but you can see the northwest horizon, and we did have some lightning. So these are some of the prefrontal thunderstorms that are coming through right now here in Mount Pleasant. Um, Other than that, the main risk will be, it looks like some small hail mixed in with a couple of gusty winds, as the heaviest of the action right now inland remains in Kent City, Sparta, Cedar Springs area. And I believe there's some more focus being put on our storms out here over the lake. Yeah, so I believe over on our other stream, Alex is highlighting this little kink in the line right down here on the southern end, which is where our best effective shear is at right now. And all our instability is kind of confined to Allegan County, Van Buren County, and parts of Ottawa County. So if anything can get rooted, I would say would be in the Holland to or down between Grand Haven and Allegan, but it's looking very unlikely at this time. But again, we will keep you updated as these storms get closer. Yeah, interesting night. We had so these storms did prompt a tornado watch over in Illinois earlier today. That I know of, I don't think we had any tornadoes over in Illinois. We had a lot of severe thunderstorm warnings, and we had a couple tornado warnings, but to my knowledge, I don't believe we've had any tornadoes touch down over in Illinois today. So if they're not going to do anything there, they're probably not going to do anything here tonight. So, yeah, we get another look at our grunginess. Again, live from Mount Pleasant. I am Joel Fritsma, CMU student, broadcasting live from my apartment. And if you are watching here on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe. You can subscribe by pressing the red button down below. You can also subscribe to my personal YouTube channel. It's Joel Fritsma. Sometimes I go live over there. It depends on the day. But I also do have some weather content on my page. If you want to go check that out, go on ahead. Kind of just waiting for some thunderstorms to move ashore. They're actually kind of going slower than I thought. We've been live streaming for the past 20 minutes, and it's tough to tell how fast these are moving when I don't have the field plots on GR2. I do have them on my phone on Radar Scope, but I cannot stream here. So I just realized my radar was behind. That's why I wasn't moving. So we're gonna kind of rock it a little bit, see what I missed. It looks like we do have some gusty winds starting to come in here on the lake. But like I said earlier, it depends on if they can make it on or inland. So, and that's kind of the theme here in Michigan is you have the lake. It's either going to help or it's either going to hurt. And right now, it's helping itself out, but once it gets on land, it's not going to do us any help. So, lake is still cold. Will be for probably another month. It's getting late May, depending on how the temperatures are forecasted for May. The lake right now is I think at 40 degrees, so it's still pretty cold. Pretty cold, but yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Michael, for tuning in. Appreciate the subscription to our page. do our best to keep you informed here as we move on through the summer, which I believe the summer outlook was above average precipitation. So, you could see some more lines of storms. Probably not severe because, it's Michigan. But again, every once in a while we have our damaging wind days. So today is one of those where it could be, damaging winds. Yeah, Michigan really isn't exciting. I've been chasing for, again, 7 years, and I've only caught tornadoes. I've only caught tornadoes in Indiana, 2021 in Jay County, so really close to Ohio even. And I think we even saw some funnel clouds in Ohio that day, so you can almost count those as well if you're counting funnel clouds as tornadoes. But yeah, no luck with Michigan in my 7 years of chasing. I've been chasing since I had my car when I turned 16, and that was like 2015, 2016, 23 now. So one of these days, you get lucky, but when 95% of our tornadoes every year are, within like a squall line or like a QLCS spin up, it's hard to be in the right place at the right time in Michigan. So that might change this year. I mean, last year we had the Gaylord tornado. So, but again, that's just the right place, the right time. That storm even last year in Gaylord was not even the best looking when it came on shore. And then what we believe happened was the elevation kind of factored into play. They're still doing some research on it. But on top of the very active day that it was projected to be, we had the elevation that came into play up there because you go right uphill into Gaylord. It's kind of elevated up there, so all the winds came together at the right time. We do pray for anyone that was affected by the Gaylord tornado, of course. But they were in the right place at the right time for a tornado that day, and that's really what it comes down to here in Michigan, or being in the wrong place at the wrong time if you don't want to see a tornado, of course. So yeah, um, that was one of our first killer tornadoes in, I believe, 20 years, I think. It's been 20 years since we have a death from a tornado. So it's kind of a wake up call for most Michiganders, especially in Gaylord, who I don't believe they have any tornado sirens up there. So um, that's just another reminder that you do not want to have sirens as your primary source of keeping you informed. You'll always want to have another way to get informed. Obviously, us over here at Michigan Storm Chasers is one way, although we may not post every warning. Your best bet is to have your wireless emergency alerts turned on your phone. That or follow your National Alert Service on social media. They also post every warning, especially on Twitter. And I have an app called Tornado by the Red Cross, and I have alerts turned on through that, so I get tornado warnings. I noticed as of recently, well, severe thunderstorm warnings and tornado warnings. As of recently, the warnings have been kind of delayed. I don't know if that's just because they're kind of neglecting their tornado app, which is kind of unfortunate. But yeah, I noticed their alerts have been delayed, so that may not be the best primary source. But you do definitely want to have multiple sources of being warned. Um, I'm trying to remember if there's any other ways to get warned. Obviously, there's a weather radio. You can get a weather radio. Those are only like 35 bucks. It might be the best 35 bucks you ever spent. Um, because those will wake you up at night. And if you don't have that, I mean, your best other bet is the wireless emergency alert. So just make sure you have your ringer on turned on at night when you have severe weather days, even on non-severe weather days, especially if you have a family member trying to call you. But that's beside the point. You should always have your ringer on at night, especially for our wireless emergency alerts that are sent out by the National Alert Service and Storm Prediction Center down in Norman. Um, Enough with a little bit of a rant. We'll go back to the radar here, full screen it, see what's going on. Um, Looks like junk. is a polite way to put it. I did just notice we had a couple raindrops come down out here outside my apartment in Mount Pleasant. So again, just some light showers up here in Isabella County. Same up here towards the Gladwin area, Reed City. Those are not going to be severe. Our storms that were in Rockford, boy, they really took a nosedive for the showers instead of storms. And you can kind of tell where that instability kind of just drops off right there. Right? Once you leave Kent County, it's just boom, dead. So yeah, I'm gonna flip over to the YouTube comment, see if there's anything else. There doesn't appear to be. Again, we're live from Mount Pleasant. Some lightning coming in here. Um, it almost looks like these line of storms are starting to fall apart as they come on. Like, that's not surprising. Again, you had a very slim window here in West Michigan tonight. Four storms. I think we missed our window of opportunity, I guess you could call it, for severe weather. Our best ingredients for like instability and what and other things were earlier on around 6 p.m., for example, when it was fairly sunny out across most of Michigan. But nothing formed on the warm front until, now, and you don't have the sunlight, the solar radiation from the sunlight anymore. So instability is going down, storms are becoming weaker, and you already only have shear out there. And again, you need for tornadoes, even though we're not projected for tornadoes, you need four main things, I should say. Slim, or it's called SLIM, so SLIM, shear, lift, instability, moisture. And actually, we just had some lightning out there. I'm gonna put that full screen while I continue to talk. Shear, lift, instability, moisture. Those are the four things you need for a tornado to develop, amongst other small things. But shear is, change of wind with height. Is it like spinning, for example? And we have a lot of that today in the atmosphere, which is why we call it a wasted a wasted day, I guess you could say, for storm chasing. Um, so yeah, we have plenty of shear, but at last check, we didn't have any lift. We may have some down by the border. I'm going to flip over to my lifted index on my mesoscale thing. We actually do have some lift. Down south of Grand Rapids, so Allegan Berry County. I'm gonna flip over to radar and kind of highlight that. So you're looking like Kalamazoo, Allegan, Hastings area. Anywhere in this area, you do have some lift. Not a lot. I wouldn't say anything too impressive, but there is some lift there. So we have a little bit, but not enough to be severe. And then you go and look at instability, which is um, not even there either. You had a little bit of a instability nose kind of here in the southwest corner of Michigan earlier today when you had the strongest or the highest temperatures in the mid to upper 70s, which there still are, mid to upper 70s, but not too impressive. You know what's actually surprising is how far inland I think this effect from the lake today has been influencing our weather over here on the east side of the state. Because if you look, this is a mainly east wind, and temperatures on the east side of the state. That's why you have such a sharp gradient down here in Toledo, is because right off of Lake Erie, cold winds. Lakes are still 40 degrees, and you have that cold wind coming in, and that's going to give you, temperatures in the upper 50s, low 60s. Inland, away from the lakes, 80 degrees. Bam. Same thing up here in Ann Arbor, 60 degrees. 6 degrees over here towards Detroit, even 64. It's not even that great. Um, then you get away from the lake up here in Flint, 67, 68. So it's tough to try and make a warm front. I'm trying to point out a warm front earlier today. Wow, we have some amazing lightning coming in now here in Mount Pleasant. Um, I'll try and flip over that real quick. But yeah, we had I mean, the Saginaw Bay, you have temperatures coming right in off the Saginaw Bay. It's 52 right now in Saginaw. And you can tell it's coming right in off the lake. 53 over Midland, even 55 here in Mount Pleasant. And it's definitely been feeling like 59, 55 today here in Mount Pleasant. And then north of, Mount Pleasant, you have the actual warm front. So, you have 57 up here in Big Rapids. They're far enough away from the lake, but they are not north of, or they're not south of that warm front. So, just an interesting day overall, trying to figure out where the warm front is located. Yeah, wow, we just had a lot of lightning pop up on radar here. I will flip back over to our full screen cam here from Mount Pleasant and turn off the light in my room. Fortunately, I can't get rid of that red dot. That's from my recording device. If I turn my camera, it'd be off the screen, but it's not facing towards our storms right now, so we'll just kind of keep it where it's at. Hmm. Yeah. Ooh, that's loud. We do have those storms coming onshore in Norton Shores, Muskegon, North Muskegon area. Gusty winds, maybe up to 40, 50 miles per hour. Non-severe at the moment, and it looks like it'll continue that way. It looks like they did have a 42-mile-per-hour wind gust in off the shore of Port Sheldon, actually, and the buoy, which is now out there in the lake. It's good to have our buoys back. We're gonna take a look at the hail here, the vertically integrated liquid, and there's no hail at all, except for maybe a little bit of pea-sized hail in Norton Shores and in Granville. Our storm up here is trying to stay together, but it's really just going to run out of room. Actually, this is starting to pop up some more. And we just had lightning, or some thunder, I should say. Another component we use to see if there's any hail is our correlation coefficient radar, which is on the right. Um, if you see any like yellows, green, especially greens and blues, there would be some hail, but it does not look like it. And we actually just had a 59-mile-per-hour wind gust out of Muskegon there, Norton Shores. And breaking news, we actually do have a severe thunderstorm warning. There it is. This is a huge, huge severe thunderstorm warning. Yep, so we're gonna tune into our severe thunderstorm warning right now. Um, for those who are just joining live, um, welcome. We have our first severe thunderstorm warning of the night here in West Michigan, and this is for the following counties issued by the National Weather Service in Grand Rapids. This goes for Northern Allegan County, Kent County, Ottawa County, Newaygo County, Northwestern Barry County, Muskegon County, Southwestern Mecosta County, Oceana County, and Western Montcalm County until 9:45 p.m. So that will expire in an hour and 3 minutes. 8:38 p.m. Severe thunderstorms located along the line extending from near Shelby to Grand Haven to Saugatuck, moving northeast at actually 25 miles per hour, which is considerably slower than what we thought. Um, this is radar indicated, of course. Although we did have that 59 mile per hour wind gust in Norton Shores, so it's almost ground truth at this point. I'm actually going to take the radar full screen as much as I want to keep it. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna double it. Oh wow, it's dark in here. We're gonna double screen this. Oh, I really want to make it. Okay, yeah. We'll keep it on my face. Sorry, it's dark in here. If I turn on the light, there's a glare, so on the window. Um, sorry, you can't see me, but Um, I really want to kind of just double pane this the biggest I can get it, and this is our best one with my face included. So, um, yeah, we're gonna go over some of the locations impacted included here in just a second if I can get back to my radar. Um, yeah, so hazards right now, 60 mile per hour winds and penny-sized hail, radar indicated. Um, the cities in this severe thunderstorm warning include Grand Rapids, Muskegon, Howland, Grand Haven, Hastings, Hart, Newaygo, White Cloud, Wyoming, Kentwood, Walker, Shelby, Granville, Muskegon Heights, East Grand Rapids, Hudsonville, Rockford, Zeeland, Coopersville, and Sparta. And if you are in any smaller cities around those big cities, then you are also included in this, or will be included in this down down the road, or should take, precautions. Um, ooh, we just had a big lightning strike. Um, we got on top of the threat for some small hail and damaging winds, you do have the torrential rainfall that's occurring over some of the same areas too. So some flash flooding may occur. Remember, turn around, don't drown. Um, for your protection from the severe gusts, move to the interior room in your home, away from windows, of course. But yeah, that's the rundown of the severe thunderstorm warning currently in effect for 6, 7, 8, like 9 counties. No, 8 counties. Nope, 9 counties. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Parts of 9 counties here in West Michigan. So I have a phone call from my roommate here, and I will answer that real quick. What's up? No, why? Yeah, it's just a normal thunderstorm at this point. Yeah, I can see him from my apartment too. So, yeah. Yep, there's actually a severe thunderstorm warning off to your west right now. Yeah, but it's like a county away right now, so yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's not for Isabella County yet, but I am live on I'm live right now on YouTube, so yeah, thanks. Bye. That was my roommate. He is driving out towards Lake Isabella right now. He is in the lightning. We got Oh wow. 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 Oh my gosh. We're taking that full screen. I need to go back and look at that in my stream. That was amazing. I want to see how well that showed up. Oh, wow. That was incredible. Hello, Drew. Hello, Chris. Thank you for tuning in. Yes, this is live from Mount Pleasant out near the Walmart, looking to the west, and we just had a great lightning strike. Oh my goodness, that was insane. I'm glad I got that on camera, at least in one of the boxes. I'm just gonna keep this full screen for now. Um, Unfortunately, there's a red dot in the middle of the screen for my recording device, which is my GoPro, so can't really remove that. Oh my gosh, the lightning. Wow. Man, this is incredible right now. I can see the core coming in. Unfortunately, oh, man, it's getting darker out, and my GoPro does not like the dark. But you can still see. Wow, the lightning. Oh my gosh. The last 3 minutes have just been insane. Well, it is getting dark, but we do have lighting, so the lightning will be the only thing you can really see. Wow, this is just. I missed this. I really did miss this. I'm have to come back and watch this later. This is just it's lightning, man. Um, nothing, nothing too bad in Mount Pleasant. Just some garden variety. Oh, you can't really say garden variety. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Just some strong thunderstorms, we'll call them, coming into Mount Pleasant right now. Strong in the sense that we have incredible lightning. Um, how well is this showing up on the camera? Not great, but I will kind of aim it up for a second. There, in the darkness, you can't really tell, but there's a nice rain curtain about to come right down. So again, this is facing west in Mount Pleasant. Someone's. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. There's actually someone flying a drone right now over on campus. Someone's flying a drone over the campus of Central Michigan right now. I don't know why they're doing that. I wonder who that is. I'm gonna have to ask around after the storm is done. But wow, that was just probably our best lightning strike we had all night. Good thunder. Oh my goodness. How was that? How in the world? Yeah, so if you're watching live on Facebook right now, this stream is separate from our StreamYard stream. You can watch it over on our here on this YouTube page, Michigan Storm Chasers, over here on YouTube. Um, I'm just enjoying the view right now, honestly. I was tracking the radar a little bit earlier, but now I'm just kind of taking it in. This is just a normal thunderstorm for us, but man, it's producing quite the lightning show. Just like that, our lightning is quiet. Too quiet. And whoever's drone that is, though, they're getting quite the shot. And for those watching the stream, think it's showing up? I can't tell. No, it is not showing up. The drone is not showing up. Oh my gosh. This is again live from Mount Pleasant. I'm just kind of baffled by the lightning I'm seeing right now. Just beautiful. I'm going to double box this for just a second to show you what we're looking at here in Mount Pleasant. And it's just kind of a normal thunderstorm moving in. Oh man, producing quite a copious amount of lightning, just cloud to cloud for the most part. And we'll take it back full screen. Again, any lightning that strikes from here on out is going to just keep getting closer and closer because this storm still isn't technically over us as it is not raining yet. However, it is starting to drizzle. Just wow. And we actually now have a new severe thunderstorm warning coming in on our feed. Looks like it'll be south towards Paw Paw. Just waiting for that box to pop up here in a sec. And there it is. We'll flip it. Dual. A new severe thunderstorm warning. This one is for southern Allegan County and Van Buren County until 9:45 p.m. This line of storms is coming in off the lake has prompted the severe thunderstorm warning and is moving northeast at 55 miles per hour, so a lot quicker than our storms up north. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and penny-sized hail are the main threats as well in this storm, along with some torrential rainfall, and of course the lightning threat is there. So if you are in South Haven, Plainwell, Paw Paw, Decatur area, you have a severe thunderstorm warning for you, and you should take shelter inside until the storm has passed. Back here in Mount Pleasant, we have not had any lightning strikes in the last 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes now, so kind of unfortunate. But we did have a couple strikes for those who are just tuning in within the last 10, 15 minutes that were pretty amazing. You can also go back and look at the stream. If you're watching here on YouTube, you can kind of back it up a little bit, probably about 10 minutes, and you can kind of see some of those lightning strikes. They were incredible. Uh, those are some lightning strikes I haven't seen in a long time. As rain begins to move in, someone is out walking their dog. Someone is walking their dog with thunderstorm about to, hit them. But I guess a dog's just got to get walked. I'm just waiting to see what happens here. Well, Mount Pleasant was crazy about 15 minutes ago. These line of storms were kind of stronger, but they're losing their strength a little bit as they get away from the strongest instability. Even though that is not much instability. um, but yeah, we had some good lightning on here. Um, I guess for a brief moment, we can plug the socials. If you are not following us on Twitter or Facebook, you can find us on those sites at Michigan Storm Chasers or MI Storm Chasers. You can also follow me over on Twitter and Facebook at my name listed on the right side of the screen. You can also support us by going to our website at michiganstormchasers.com or our Patreon, where you can subscribe to some exclusive forecasts, videos, and whatnot, especially our podcasts. You can find those over on Patreon. Subscriptions are only like you can subscribe for like $1 to $5 a month. And those proceeds go back to helping the community. So yeah, we're gonna go back full screen. You guys did not miss any lightning. I can guarantee you that. I was making sure to go relatively quick. But we do have some drizzle starting to move in. So we have now reached the just over an hour mark here in our broadcast. Still would like to know who was flying a drone on campus at Central. For those who missed it, there was someone flying a drone in the thunderstorms, trying to get that great shot. Did post something on Twitter about it. I don't know if I've gotten any response. I have not. But I did get some good shots of the lightning, so I cannot complain. Those are about, at this point, about 20 minutes ago now. So again, if you want to scrub back in the live stream, if you're watching here on YouTube, go ahead and do that. I don't think you're going to miss any lightning. It looks like these storms are starting to weaken as they move to the east of us here in Mount Pleasant. They're moving really slow. Like, they have really slowed down. And that's maybe just because they're moving northeast. It feels like they're just taking forever to get here. But our severe thunderstorm warning is still in effect for a lot of West Michigan. This is just starting to turn into a cluster now. I am watching this though. Thermodynamics earlier supported our best action right here in the Kent County, Tobago County area, but again, that was earlier, about 3 hours ago, earlier to be exact. Still, you have a little bit of kinkage in the line. Can never be too safe. Essentially in the severe thunderstorm warning. If you're in the severe thunderstorm warning box, you should definitely be inside right now for the 60-mile-per-hour winds and the small hail that is associated. Over on Facebook, Alex is live with some lightning. Very intense lightning. I believe he is over in. Oh, where's he at? I think he might have moved down to South Haven to intercept the storm in South Haven. Although his spotter dots. Or wait, I don't have spotter dots on. That would help. I don't see a spotter dot. Okay. I believe he's in South Haven right now, catching that severe thunderstorm warning. But I'm up here in Mount Pleasant, away from all the severe weather for now. I don't believe we're going to get any extension of the severe thunderstorm warning. It looks like it's kind of dying as it gets into the Grand Rapids Metro, over towards Cedar and Big Rapids. The special marine warning has been cut back a little bit too for boaters. So pretty soon, if you're, oh wow, okay, our lightning's back. Our lightning is back. I did not expect that. Oh, good thunder. Don't think you're gonna be able to hear the thunder though with my crappy mic on my laptop. If you have any questions to drop on YouTube here, go ahead and drop them. You can also drop them over on Facebook Live. I believe the guys over there will help answer them. If you want me to answer them over, if they're comments on Facebook Live, uh, just kind of tag my name, just say to Joel, I guess, and I will see it, or at least the guys will notify me of it. The best way if you want to send me or a comment, just put it down here in the Facebook or in the YouTube comment section, and I will see it. I'm actually gonna see if I can put it in my docs, custom browser docs, YouTube chat. Perfect. Yeah, I can toggle now. I don't even have to go back to my YouTube stream. So if you post a comment, I will see it immediately via my streaming service. So best way to contact me is right now here in the YouTube comment section. If you have any or questions, I can flip it back to the radar if need be. It looks like this is mainly turning into strong showers, isolated thunderstorm activity for all of lower Michigan below US 10. We do not have super chat set up in YouTube yet, obviously because we don't have a strong enough following. Um, but if you want to go ahead and share our channel with anyone you know, we would be appreciative of that. Just link our YouTube channel, send it to them, say, hey, we're live. I can do that with our Facebook as well. We do appreciate any support. And we're just here to keep you guys informed, keep you guys safe, especially as fellow Michiganders. We don't really have a strong following yet, especially since Michigan weather is sometimes unpredictable. So, but yeah, again, we're live here in Mount Pleasant, away from the severe thunderstorm warnings, and something is happening. Oh, what? There's some lightning. Thank you for sharing, Tara. We do appreciate it. happy to keep you guys safe and informed, even on a day where, not too much is happening. But we do have the severe thunderstorm warning out there right now for most of West Michigan, including 11 count or 10 counties. Um, yeah, this is I guess you wouldn't say it wasn't unexpected, but it was nice that we got a severe thunderstorm warning out of it. Um, keeps people kind of on their toes a little bit. That the risk was not completely zero tonight, but yes. Chris, thank you so much for the donation. I really appreciate it. Thank you for um, the comment that I'm keeping up the good work. I do appreciate it, and we will, we will continue to keep you guys updated throughout the summer. We are excited to see what the weather will be this like, or will be like this summer in our our part of the nation. Kind of blank there. It's getting late. Um, but yeah, again, really appreciate the donation and appreciate the comment. Yes, Drew. Elevated lightning storms. I am becoming a huge fan of them. Tonight, I kind of, you could say I kind of fanboyed out a little bit there about a half hour ago now. I haven't seen lightning like that in a while. At least, straight on like sight line of it. Usually, I can see it, at the corner of my eye, for example, when I'm sleeping at night. But when I have a straight west view and I'm live streaming and I'm paying attention to it, oh man, it is so nice to finally get some of that um, sweet lightning action, and not to mention on the live stream. So can always go back and watch that anytime we want now. I really honestly thought, setting up a live stream tonight was not going to be beneficiary, but I'm glad I did. I would say I'm glad I did. We obviously not anything severe, but we will take a good lightning show. Yesterday we actually had lightning as well. Come last night we had some lightning come through, and there was a barn fire over in Ravenna. Um, to my knowledge, I believe there was no animals harmed, but lightning is fun and yet scary. And that serves as a good reminder that, take these thunderstorm warnings seriously, even if you're not in a severe thunderstorm warning. Everyone's always focused on the wind, the hail, the tornadoes. Um, but when you have um, all the focus on those three things, sometimes you always forget about the lightning. So yeah, um, you really want to keep your guard, keep your guard up when it comes to these storms. So another forgotten threat, of course, is the flash flooding, because everyone thinks, oh, it's just a little moving water. It turns out you're sorely mistaken when you drive into it and your car is swept away. So remember, don't drown. Turn around, don't drown. So I know a lot of people here probably watching can agree to that, but in case you have never heard of that before in your life, you just want to make sure. So yeah, I will stay live at least over here on Facebook or YouTube until the severe thunderstorm warnings are done for the night, which might be a little while. Current live lookout here at Mount Pleasant. We got a couple storms coming through. Of course, they are now mainly off to my east, so behind me, behind the camera. But we have our secondary line coming in here soon, and that could provide more lightning show, more of a lightning show, more of a stronger lightning show. As it looks like we have a little bit of a core coming in. We're going to kind of double box this a quick sec and look at the radar coming into Mount Pleasant. Short term, the edge of this line of storms, which is starting to run outside of the severe thunderstorm warning boxes, heading into Big Rapids, Stanwood in the next 5 to 10 minutes. Morally, this is almost bearing down on you within the next 2 minutes, and by the time this radar updates, it probably will be on top of you. To a lesser extent, Howard City, Sand Lake, you guys are getting some shower action right now. It looks like there's kind of like a gap in the line over here on the reflectivity radar. You can kind of see that. And then it gets a little bit stronger again with some pea-sized hail down here in Sparta, and this is heading up towards the Cedar Springs and Rockford area within the next 5 minutes as well. And we actually had some lightning here in Mount Pleasant, so we might have to flip back over to the full screen here in a sec, in a second once I'm done highlighting some of the risks from this thunderstorm warning, which right now, Grand Rapids, downtown Grand Rapids, you guys want to be inside for sure. You got a strong thunderstorm coming in. It's already in Walker. It's starting to enter Wyoming, and it'll be in Grand Rapids in the next 2 minutes. Um, Looks like some wind gusts, probably about 25, 30 miles per hour, which is sub-severe. I do imagine they're going to trim or maybe even cancel the severe thunderstorm warning altogether here in the next 5 to 10 minutes. Even though it is supposed to be in effect until 9:45, often the National Weather Service will cancel early. So I imagine once the storm probably goes through Grand Rapids, they'll cancel it. But yeah, down here in Van Buren and southern Allegan County, this storm is still holding together. Down where the better instability is at right now, Bangor, Hartford, you are in immediate threat from this strong thunderstorm, severe thunderstorm. Gobles, I would say about 7 minutes, 10 minutes down the road. Paw Paw, you're about 10 to 15 out. Decatur, same thing, 10 to 15 minutes out from this severe thunderstorm warning. Uh, this will head your way at about 25 to 30 miles per hour. So it could be more on the 10 to 15 minute range or the end of the 15-minute range, I would say. But again, I would count on it being 10 minutes away. So secure your loose items outside now. There is 60-mile-per-hour winds expected with this storm, although we have not had any ground truth yet. The only 60-mile-per-hour wind gust we really had was a 59-mile-per-hour wind gust up here in Norton Shores in Muskegon earlier when the storms were coming on shore. And as you can see, that severe thunderstorm warning has just been canceled. So we just have, well, not canceled, but trimmed significantly to only include northern Allegan and northwestern Berry County. This doesn't include Hastings, but you might as well count it as including Hastings. Although you could almost safely say that I don't think Hastings is going to be affected at all by the time this warning is expected to expire. So it's kind of a stretch saying Hastings isn't it. So we'll just say Hastings, you are not under any immediate threat. Middleville, you are still in the severe thunderstorm warning, however, even though there's no storms within uh, 15, 20 miles of you, except for to the north and to the west. So, yeah, we got full screen on the not the radar, but our live look in outside of the window here at my apartment. How many people are tuned in right now? Oh, we got six, seven. Thank you for tuning in. For the few of you that are still here, um, we are in a little bit of a lull here in Mount Pleasant in terms of our lightning and our rain. Even it's still kind of moderately drizzling out there, but we are watching some storms coming in that were previously severe thunderstorm warned county over in Mecosta County. And those storms just crossed US 131. They are currently in Stanwood and Morley, quickly approaching Mecosta, and they will probably be here in the next half hour or hour in Mount Pleasant. I will try to stay live as there's some more lightning outside. There we go. It's more lightning outside Here in Mount Pleasant to our west, that'll only get probably closer and stronger as we move on throughout the night. Um, Time frame for all this action being over with, I would say by about 3 a.m. for the entirety of the state. For West Michigan, it'll probably be over by midnight, maybe even sooner. Although it is slowed down significantly. So I would say midnight's probably a safe time, safe bet for most of West Michigan. Um, Anywhere to the east of US like 127 per se, in US or Interstate 69, I would say post 1 a.m. Excuse me. Post 1 a.m. is when we can kind of say all clear for you guys. Detroit, 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. And at that point, these storms over in when they get to eastern Michigan, there's gonna be no instability, not really any fuel. But I believe in previous model runs that we were looking at earlier today, these storms will kind of fizzle and kind of just linger overnight. So it might just turn into some showers and kind of a couple thunderstorm action. And then tomorrow they'll kind of redevelop over on the eastern side of the state, although not severe. So we'll probably not be live tomorrow, but we will post anything and everything on our Facebook page if we have any updates that are worth posting. But as of right now, we are going to stay live until we feel the need, the threat's gone, or until I feel like our lightning threat is done here in Mount Pleasant, which is kind of what I'm waiting on. The storm is still a county, almost a county and a half away from us, but it is approaching soon. I am looking at the radar in the background right now. So, give me more lightning, not to be greedy. It's always nice to see some more lightning out there. That's why I really don't want to double box it because I feel like any lightning is just going to be within the frame of rain or the view now. So I guess we'll see. There is actually some lightning coming in closer. You cannot see it. I guess my place file doesn't do a good job of updating. Um, the lightning per se on here, but on Radar Scope, my other radar app, we have some lightning. I'm actually gonna, yeah, I'm gonna double box it just to show you guys what I'm looking at. So as you can see, the lightning is having a tough time updating right now. You don't see any lightning strikes on here, but there, I can assure you there is lightning within these storms. Um, Currently, we have some lightning with a storm in Edmore, and a lot of it too actually is showing up on radar scope. We also have a concentration of lightning over the majority of Montcalm County here. Pretty much all of Montcalm County is getting struck by lightning right now. Not all of Montcalm County, but you have a wide area of Montcalm County seeing a good lightning show. And then as well into the southwestern corner here of Isabella County, and then this entire chunk or this entire blob of storms in Big Rapids. And then down here, Grand Rapids, we have some lightning moving through with this storm. Looks like to be there's going to be some hail falling here in Grand Rapids momentarily. It will be fairly small. I would say pea size to dime size at most. And and further south, we do have a little bit of lightning here in Bangor and with the storm offshore of South Haven. So that's kind of the rundown of our storms right now. This there's a storm, there's a lightning strike also um with this storm here in Holland. Not too much though. Like I said, the majority of our lightning right now is striking across Montcalm County and Hosta County. So, with that being said, our lightning show will probably start to uptick here in the next probably 10 minutes, maybe even sooner. So, that'll be exciting, I guess, since all we've been seeing right now is darkness, and the occasional car driving by. But yeah, my girlfriend's cat is saying hi to me right now. Cat's name is Peppy. She is a bundle of joy and is my partner in storm chasing, storm watching right now. Can't really say I'm storm chasing if I'm sitting down. Call it being storm chased, I guess. I would do my face cam more, but again, it is really dark in here because I had to turn off my light in my room. It's unfortunate, but a lot of people don't have to look at my face, so totally okay. Hello again, Ryan. Hopefully you're having a good evening. I know I've been having a good evening over here with our lightning show. We've had 61 viewers in this stream so far tonight. Thank you for all those who've been watching. Just had a little bit more lightning here. Hopefully everyone's been enjoying this live stream tonight. We do appreciate any support and all support, of course. Thank you for the likes, the subscriptions. You can again, if you haven't followed us on social media, we are on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. You can find us on Facebook at Michigan Storm Chasers, and Twitter at MI Storm Chasers, and Instagram at MI Storm Chasers. And then our website's always live at michiganstormchasers.com, as well as our Patreon, where we upload exclusive content such as forecasts and podcasts weekly, usually midweek. We record them on Mondays usually, and that link is also listed here, patreon.com/ Michigan Storm Chasers. And while that was displayed, there was no lightning, so you guys did not miss anything. Just a car driving by. Cars driving by this busy night. April 20th of 2023. We only reached 62 degrees today, so down to our south, we have severe thunderstorm warning in effect still for Allegan and Van Buren counties. These storms moving to the northeast about 30 miles per hour, I believe. Sorry, it says 55. I keep forgetting the north storm and the south storm are moving at separate speeds. Oh, wow. Okay, there's some good lightning. Oh, and I wasn't full screen. Oh, that's unfortunate. I was so busy updating our thunderstorm warning in the south that I missed the lightning. But that's okay. Again, if you are anywhere between Allegan down to Paw Paw, you guys are in the severe thunderstorm warning right now, as well as Decatur. Um, Again, 60 mile per hour winds and some penny size hail. And there's our thunder. Kind of waiting. There's some more lightning. At least I had it in a bigger box this time. But for those who have not tuned in on this this YouTube live yet tonight, good evening, first of all. I'm Joel Fritsma, meteorologist, student at CMU, currently watching from my apartment window here in Mount Pleasant as some of the storms roll in across the area. We had a good lightning show earlier in the stream at about, it's been almost 50 minutes. I think it was about 50 minutes ago. So 50 minutes ago. We had some good lightning strikes on the stream here. And I was kind of fanboying out about it a little bit, just a little bit. Um, that was some of the most intense lightning I have seen in a while, which is saying a lot because lightning is so common in our state. But it's nice to actually be looking at it. Um, it looks like we got some more coming in, so we'll see if we can see some of that more of that action we saw earlier with the lightning, where it's going from cloud to cloud. Most of it's cloud to cloud, so it's producing some really cool shots. Um, Again, I would not be outside tonight, as lightning is dangerous in case it does strike the ground. Um, but if you do happen to catch any good footage of the lightning or any damaging wind reports, some small hail reports, feel free to send it over to us. We are always looking for some content, looking for your reports, as well as the National Weather Service as well, or your local National Weather Service office. So Grand Rapids, Gaylord, Detroit, for example. They're always looking for some storm reports, so you can send it to them or send it to us here at Michigan Storm Chasers, and we will get that posted with your permission. So, again, severe thunderstorm warning still in effect for Allegan and Van Buren County in portions of Berry County, although Berry County doesn't look like they're going to get the, the severe thunderstorm warning box that you can kind of see up there at the top right of the screen. Um, that's for the storm that came on off the lake earlier, and that's part of the trimmed segment. I assume that's going to expire here in the next 10 minutes when it's supposed to expire. They might just let it run its course just in case. Um, but yeah, we're gonna go back full screen with our view to the west here in Mount Pleasant. Again, that red dot I cannot take off my screen, unfortunately. That is my camera. We actually did have someone had their drone out earlier underneath the thunderstorm. Uh, Personally, I wouldn't risk 300, $500 equipment in a lightning storm. Um, that usually doesn't bode well. Oh, wow. That was a good lightning strike. Not as good as we had earlier, but still fairly good. Um, yeah, someone was flying a drone. Still don't know who that could have been. I have asked on my personal Twitter page, reaching out to see if anyone knows who that would have been, but I still don't know. I have not gotten any responses on Twitter yet that I have seen. I will look again though. No, I have not seen any. Yeah, welcome back, Chris. Kind of just like you, kind of waiting on these lightning strikes to come back in. Um, Excited to see what the next 30 minutes will bring, and then I will probably end the stream for the night. We'll kind of keep a close eye on our severe thunderstorm warnings to the south. It looks like right now, it's just for wind, and these storms will probably decrease in strength as they come on shore or go further inland. Wow, I'm just all over the place, I guess you could say. But as they move towards Barry, Kalamazoo County, these storms will probably start to weaken, unless Grand Rapids feels the need to extend the severe thunderstorm warning to the east. But we will see. Again, these storms are looking fairly sub-severe. I, a lot of the wind velocities here are below 60 miles per hour for the most part. There's a few spots where it could still be gusty, especially here in Allegan County near Hopkins. And I just realized I was not showing the radar, but that's okay. A lot of you may know where Allegan County is, a lot of you may not, but Hopkins has some small hail and some heavy winds coming through right now. They are probably in the strongest of this severe thunderstorm warning, I would say right now, as we have a little bit of a northward push on the northern side of that storm. The lightning is definitely coming back here in Mount Pleasant. We are live, of course. A view out the window. And I can't say this enough, but thank you again for tuning in tonight if you have. We do appreciate the support as always. If you haven't shared this page with your friends and family, go ahead and do that if they live in Michigan. Or if they don't live in Michigan, they want to be in tune with the weather where you live. We are always covering it either in Facebook posts or here in live. We go live both on Facebook and YouTube usually. Um, Usually have a combined stream on Facebook, and then my streaming platform here allows me to individually stream on Facebook. So again, we're always trying to keep you guys updated as much as we can. We felt the need that tonight was a good night to live stream with the weather that was coming on shore, and it did prove to produce some severe winds, especially Norton Shores. Have to see if we get any damage out of this from other severe thunderstorm warnings, but it looks most likely that a lot of the winds stayed sub-severe. But even if they are 50 miles per hour, that can blow around some trash bins, knock a few branches down. Um, but again, that's been the main threat tonight with the elevated shear. We had a lot of good shear today. Good thermodynamics for shear. Not good for everything else though. So you only have shear, you're gonna get damaging winds, but you're not gonna get anything else. Lift, instability, moisture, all just plummeted today. Did not show any signs of being there, except for mid-evening, around 6 to 7 o'clock. But that time we had no real activity in our area. So Hmm. all was quiet. A few faint lightning strikes here or there. We had one big lightning strike about 5 to 10 minutes ago now, and that's been about it. Our storm, our storm is kind of dissipating here over here in Mecosta County. It's actually starting to turn to the north. Kind of zoom in on that. Some strong winds up here in Barryton. 60, no, about 40 to 50 knots. And again, that's elevated. It's 4,500 feet off the ground, so that's probably not mixing down to the surface. But again, Barryton, over towards the village of Lake Isabella here, up towards Farwell. Got some gusty winds coming in. Not severe at the moment, but if any warnings do occur, you guys will be the first to get it. Even actually starting to have like a, it's almost going north northeast now. So this is good towards Lake George and Harrison area. And down here towards Mount Pleasant, we got a small cell over Lake visit village of Lake Isabella, Grand Rapids. Another small storm heading in, probably some more pea-sized hail. Again, if you have any reports, go ahead and send those over to us at our Facebook page. Just tag us in any photo. You can put it in one of our comments sections under one of our posts, and we will see it and we will acknowledge it to our best of our abilities. In terms of severe weather, we have a severe thunderstorm warning still in effect for Van Buren and southern Allegan County, as well as a separate one in northern Allegan County and Berry County. These thunderstorm warnings do expire in the next minute. Previously warned for 60-mile-per-hour winds and penny-sized hail. But again, these storms look to be weakening significantly as they move inland, which was to be expected. We expected tonight. There goes the severe thunderstorm warning to the north. This one should be canceled too, I believe. Yep, there it goes. Okay. So no more severe thunderstorm warnings in effect tonight. We do have a report from Emping of half-inch hail that fell previously near Paw Paw Lake, and a couple wind gusts from Mesonet and buoys off of South Haven, 40 to 45 mile per winds. And that's probably going to be the story with this line of storms down here in Allegan, Van Buren, and down towards the border. There you have some 40-mile-per-hour winds moving in. So I would say special weather statement worthy, but not severe thunderstorm warning at this time. Same for up here near Barryton. That was more lightning, so I'm going to flip flop and still go over the radar on the top right. But yeah, 40, 45 mile per hour winds probably up here in Barryton at this time. Same thing over here in the village of Lake Isabella. Maybe not even. I would say these storms, again, 4,500 feet up, these storms are probably only producing 20, 25 mile per hour winds out the surface. So at most, gusty breeze. Um, Maybe some penny-sized hail mixing in with heaviest rainfall amounts. Not even. I would say maybe even dime to pea-sized hail at this point. These storms are almost turning into showers. I am going to look at my alternate radar here as it thunders. And we have the new core of our lightning is now off to our northwest. Okay. So off to our northwest on camera is to the right of the screen. So I could turn it a little bit. No, I don't think you can turn too much. No, I can't. Okay. So in the area where the red dot is at, you will have probably the strongest lightning. But a new special weather statement has just been issued for our storms down in um, southwest Michigan. This special weather statement is for southeastern Allegan, western Barry, most of Cal or all of Kalamazoo County and Van Buren County. 50-mile-per-hour winds is what Grand Rapids is saying right now, and still penny-sized hail possible with those storms. So those are some pretty strong thunderstorms, almost still severe. But they went ahead and downgraded to a special weather statement. So do take those storms a little seriously if you are in the areas of Delton, Plainwell, Martin, Wayland, Allegan, Gobles, Kalamazoo, Portage, Vicksburg, Climax, Augusta, Paw Paw, Decatur, and over towards Bangor and Hartford and Sister Lakes as well too. As they have South Haven involved in this special weather statement as well, but I can almost guarantee you that they are pretty much out of the storm. Although you could have some stronger winds in the backside as well, off the lake. So we're looking sub-severe at this point of the night. And I will actually plan to end this live stream at 10 p.m. regardless of what is going on out there. So we will be live for another 12 minutes. And just to see how things kind of shake out. See if we can get any more lightning strikes on camera here. And speak of the devil per se, there is some lightning. We just had some neighbors outside go, Jesus. Um, that is an accurate way to say holy smokes. But that was kind of distant. Still bright, but very distant. And that is our storm moving up towards the Clare area in northwest or northern Isabella County. Even southern Clare County as well. Again, if anyone has any comments, I will try and answer them in the next 10 minutes regarding tonight or anything in the future. Any weather that's coming up, although I will say that the weather coming up is fairly calm. Periods of rain, maybe some mix of snow later this weekend, but it will not be accumulating by any means. Just to serve as a reminder that we are still in spring and any weather can happen in our state. So don't pack up your jeans just yet. Some more lightning. Thank you, Michigan Weather Geek. We do appreciate that comment. I do. I've I've loved storms forever, and it's just a way I can extend my talents and covering the weather and extending out to you guys. So support is appreciated. So I would say feel free to share the stream, but we will be ending the stream here in the next 9 minutes. So again, thank you for tuning in, of course. I'm sure as the severe weather season ramps up for our part of the nation, it has already kind of ramped up a little bit, but when we really get into our peak season, I'm sure we'll have some more live streams. And I know we will have some more live streams down the road because, knock on wood, we probably will have some more severe thunderstorm warnings down the road to cover. If it's, we get one on a night where we're not supposed to have any, then I'm sure the rest of the summer will be fine. But we will be here to cover you guys when that does happen. So we do look forward to live streaming again sometime soon. But I believe in the next 7 to 10 days that probably won't happen. We'll just keep you guys posted on Facebook with the current weather, any oddities that we get. Full screen dash. If you haven't checked out our lightning yet from earlier on the stream, that was around 8:40 to 8:50 p.m. You can scrub back to that here on this YouTube stream. We, I mean, it was crazy. That's all I'm gonna say is it was crazy. You'll have to go back and look for yourself. But yeah, 8:40, 8:50 p.m. I do have the timestamp always showing on my streams, so it does help if you want to go back and look at a certain time period. That's what I was kind of hoping to see here in the next 5 minutes and more, that lightning that was going cloud to cloud, but it looks like that storm over northern Isabel, extreme northwestern Isabel County into Clare County is really losing its strength and its lightning show. So again, we're gonna end the stream here in the next couple minutes. I will take this moment to flash up the social media again, and that is MI Storm Chasers on Twitter and Instagram. I don't have that shown yet, but I'll put that on here soon. You can also follow us on Facebook. You can just type in Michigan Storm Chasers, will pop up right away. And you can also follow me personally on Twitter and Facebook. My name is just my name. And our website and our Patreon are always live 24/7, MichiganStormChasers.com, and our Patreon, patreon.com/Michigan Storm Chasers. Proceeds go back to helping the community and help us provide more content for you guys. So if you would like to see more content like this in the future, we do appreciate anything you can send our way, and we are also sending it back to the community. And if you haven't yet, of course, go ahead and subscribe down below our Michigan Storm Chasers face or YouTube page. This is where I will be posting most of my live streams. So if you do subscribe, make sure to turn on the notification bell. You can be informed of when we go live and if there's any extreme weather in the area. And if for whatever reason I have some Yoopers watching tonight, well, it's been probably a quiet night for you guys up there. Temperatures were in the mid to upper 30s all day, even lower 40s. Over towards the western parts of the UP was I think it was mid 40s, I believe I saw. And the backside of that low is producing a quite the copious amount of snow um, just offshore in Lake Superior, even northern Minnesota. So you guys kind of lucked out with the snow for the most part. I believe some areas still got some snow tonight, or still getting some snow tonight with the wraparound side of that low. But most of you guys missed out on probably 6 to 12 inches of snow, I would say. So soon enough, you guys will be, warming up like us downstate. Um, again, not too quickly because I know you guys had a lot of snow up there recently, especially after a flood. So you went snow, flood, snow, and now you're going back to warmer temperatures. So you can't really have two floods back to back, and that's unfortunately what it's looking like with the warmer temperatures back on the horizon. So we hope you guys are staying safe up there with the major flooding that's happening in the state of the emergency. So we do hope you guys are all safe up there if you guys are watching. Um, but yeah. And this is one of our last live looks here out the window in Mount Pleasant as the showers and thunderstorm activity begins to wind down here. We still have some thunderstorms. I'll actually go back to the radar real quick. take a look at the one last look at the radar here across the state before I sign off. This has turned into pretty much shower activity. There's still some thunder here along the Isabella Clare County line, not showing up here on GR2, but is showing up on radar scope as some lightning here near Farwell. Further to the south, we've got some lightning here in Rockford, Grand Rapids, Ada area, over towards Forest Hills. That heavy shower that's moving through, probably not producing any hail anymore. Down here with our special weather statements in effect, some gusty winds are definitely still on the table. 50-mile-per-hour winds. Um, a lot of lightning still in this line of storms, and some small hail, dime to penny-sized hail still possible, especially down here towards Paw Paw and Gobles as these storms move in to greater Kalamazoo area. So I would say a severe weather threat is now essentially zero. I would say maybe like 1% chance of severe weather for the rest of the night. If you live south of 69-96 corridor, you still have chances to see maybe an isolated severe thunderstorm warning or two, especially with this line going right down I-94 right now. I would say that's your best chance for any more severe weather for the rest of the night. And even if it is severe weather, it'll be very, very low chance. Like I said, so 60-mile-per-hour winds and up to 1-inch hail, although I have not seen any 1-inch hail yet tonight. So primary threat, again, with all the shear we've had today, is some 60-mile-per-hour winds, but this storm is going to quickly run out of effective shear once it gets towards the Battle Creek area, and it will turn into mainly rain showers at the most. So, again, basically the southwestern portion of the county, or the state, excuse me, is still at the risk for some stronger storms, maybe a severe thunderstorm or two. But elsewhere in the state, you guys looking at some rain showers the rest of the night. There's actually a thunderstorm here in northern Lake Michigan, headquartered to Beaver Island. It's pretty cool. But other than that, rain showers all across the state for the rest of the night, with the occasional rumble of thunder and maybe a severe thunderstorm or two in the southwest portion of the state. We have our rain picking up here now in Mount Pleasant. You can't really tell unless you can see it under the street light, but it is just rain. So, with that being said, I'm going to sign off for the night. Thank you so much for watching the last 2 hours of the stream. I do appreciate everyone that's tuned in throughout the night, especially those who were there for the lightning, but especially if you were just watching just in general, just stay updated. Um, I'm glad we could enjoy that moment together for, 15 minutes. We had that lightning. Um, that was fun. Um, we'll maybe do it again sometime. I did not expect that out of a sit down, sitting in my chair, Chase, just looking at my window. Storm watch, I should say. But here we are. Again, thank you for everyone that's tuned in throughout the entire 2 hours. Again, if you haven't followed our social medias, those are listed right now down below. Both Michigan Storm Chasers and my social medias. Point the other way. There you go. Point that way. Those are all listed next to our Michigan Storm Chasers graphic. Facebook, Twitter, Joel Fritsma. Um, and if you want to send a little tip my way, I also have Venmo and Cash App listed. Joel Fritsma, no space in between. Again, thank you to who was it earlier? Chris. Chris sent me super chat earlier, and I do appreciate that donation very much. More content is on the way. Can't wait to see what the rest of the summer brings. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching tonight. And everyone that has been watching, have a great night and stay safe out there, everybody.